Hey, and welcome back to git-python development. I'm currently working on version 0.3.5 and there are a few bugs to fix. So now I'm going through these and record myself by fixing them. So this one is failed to initialize repository with the while the path, or if the path, I guess, contains tilde. So that's an interesting one because it's shell functionality here, right? So that path is expanded by the shell. I wouldn't necessarily expect git-python to do that because it's not a shell. So you have to do this yourself. Generate a full path, for instance. Oh, by the way, yeah, I have to fix another thing quickly. But besides that, git-python tries to do that, and that's the problem here, but fails and kind of fails under dubious circumstances here, and I want to be sure that at least it fails properly, or maybe it shouldn't even fail if it doesn't fail, but it should do it right. No such path error. I mean, it expands it, but still says no such path error, and so something is wrong there in the way this is being handled, and I think that should definitely be fixed. So let's do that. First things first, though. I still found a bug here, which basically would mean that we possibly do it wrong there, because we always do a join path here. So if this is not absolute, only then we shall append our we should prepend our dir name here. Okay, let's do it like this. I think that should be fine. So that's pretty much the same implementation as the one Git uses. I'm kind of jumpy here because that is part of what the last stream kind of contained, but I noticed that while working on other things. All right, so first of all, while handling issue 83, let's have a test case for that, so that I can reproduce the issue, or maybe not. I mean, this issue is pretty old. Yes, I have been, I don't know, I don't want to say lazy, but I have not been the best father to my little project here, git-python. Tilde in repo path. So now we have a temporary directory here, which is this one, and we should be able to try this. I don't really care about the real user. Let's just do it exactly like that. Repo is repo init, and then, oh damn it, I can't really test this that way. Yeah. Because I have to break out of my... Okay, first of all, I think I should test it in a shell before I try to make a test case that really catches the root of the issue. Because that, of course, is not the same as expanding the user's home directory. So let's see if that even occurs. Let's have an IPython. Right now I just manage this myself and delete the test directories myself. Import git repo init. Then we have a nice tilde here, and give it a test.git directory. My.git shouldn't make a difference, but well, maybe it does. Bear, it should be bear. Does it make a difference if it's not bare? We'll find out. Yes, that is true as well. No such path error. Where is it coming from? Repo base 117. And it knows it expanded the path. And that is odd. Oh, this is why. Expand user, la la la. And here we are. So there's the actual initialization of the new repository, and it seems to have done it already. And then this fails. That is interesting. So, did it create a new directory somewhere? Like, did it create it? No, it didn't. It did not. So that is unexpected, that's for sure. Maybe this thing doesn't really work, because it should. Yeah, make dir is even true here. But I don't think that, I mean, it should have made a path with a tilde in front of it, and I think it did. See? No. Yeah, there it is. I have trouble getting in there because the shell expands it all the time. Oh, damn it. I think I have a look at it in the Finder now, because the shell doesn't like that at all. Look! So this is what happened. It all worked, but you know, there's this one part that doesn't expand it, and the other that does, and that is the problem here. So look what I do. Expand user. So let's do this entire thing. Yeah, maybe even make a little function for it. Expand path P, and then we do it like that, as to not duplicate too much code here. I mean, that will be more readable anyway. Expand path or current working directory. Also means that probably I don't have enough parentheses here. Okay, that shall work. Probably Flake doesn't like it, but anyway, we'll deal with that later. Okay, so let's get back to init and make sure that my path is fully expanded. Oh gee, it's storming outside. Incredible. Good, so possibly maybe that works better now. And first let's remove my little accident here and retry. Should be bare, but it doesn't really matter what we have here. Even in an unbare case, it will work. All right, look at that. Now it did work. Nice. Okay, in order to, let's just try this. I have to make sure the path expansion kind of works with me here. OS path expand user, that's the one we're interested in. and we might want to see how that is implemented, but I assume that it uses the home environment variable. So if I change this to something else, like maybe temp, for a moment at least, see? So that at least works as expected. So I should be able to manufacture a test case here that works the way I want. All right. Sorry, do I have OS here? Question is if that works in Windows the same, huh? Let's figure that one out. Let's check it. Python source, always good to have. POSIX path. Is there a Windows path too? Well, expand user, la la la. So here it uses the home environment variable. If it exists, so that shall be fine for our test case. And is there a Windows path or pathlib? So here, expand user, flavor, self-flavored home dir. I think I'm Python 3.4 as well, but that shouldn't really matter. Flavor, get home dir. Okay. So here we have home, here we have home too. I mean, there's so much stuff going on here. I suppose it's all working with home as a first choice. So I'm feeling confident that my test here will be fine by changing home. Previous home shall be OS environment home. Then we change it to this, and we can just place whatever in there. Yeah, let's put it exactly like in the issue, like that. Bare doesn't matter. I'm not even testing for multiple cases here because I know I don't want to be overly picky here. And that should just work. If that fails, we would have found a bug. Previously it would have failed. Yeah, I think in any case I should reset the home to what it was. Otherwise it would affect other test cases, which is bad. So let's do this. All right, that test case should be fine. And okay, be careful. This one can be removed. It's always a bit dangerous if you start with rm-rf and then, you know, if you hit enter for some reason, then things might happen and you kill, depending on the speed of your hard drive, maybe hundreds of megabytes, maybe gigabytes without wanting that. So I'm always a bit on the edge when typing rm-rf. This time it worked though. What I actually want to do is run the test cases here. Test repo. All right. Will it work or will it fail? Oh, it failed. Is it the test that failed or what? Or is it something unrelated? Oh, none type? It gets a none? Can get none there? I didn't know that. All right then. And let's only do it if there's something. Fair enough. Is it allowed to give none? Oh yes, it's here. On none, in which case the repository will be created in the current working directory. Fair enough. My bad, I should read that stuff before just writing some code. But that's, thanks to test cases, things like that are usually caught. Usually, not always. Oh. And test title in tilde in repo path. Oh, it's path join. I think I messed up my parentheses here. Yes, it's hard sometimes to write code that makes sense right from the start. Requires a lot of focus, and usually, I underestimate the focus requirement and then just write things that just make no sense. But I'm trusting my test case, my test suite here, which usually finds these kind of issues. Okay, I'm confident that this will work. Oh, let's not forget the flake thing. Flake is always my downfall. And then Travis tells me that flake is wrong, and I don't like that if Travis fails. Because then failure is public, right? And that kind of something we want to prevent. Public failure. Let's keep failure local. That's kind of what we try to do here with the test suite and with multiple test runs with different Python interpreters. I mean, keeping software in a working state is some effort after a while, that's for sure. But as usual with the right tools, it's manageable. Good. Let's write something useful here. Fixes 83. That's always a good start. Yeah, I think that pretty much is it. Should we do it? Should we expand the path? I think it's a good thing because now things are consistent. Even though we do some shell work here, it's always comfortable if the user doesn't have to care if there's some environment variable in there or not. And yeah, let's be nice. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's just do it like that. Good. Push it, and we are done. Well, oh, now it's there. Kind of took just a second. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm so pushy. Have no time. That does it. And yeah, I will see you